Good afternoon, everybody. This is Damon Bond of Bond Realty Group, licensed real estate broker in the states of Connecticut and New York. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Real Talk. That's the name of this. I decided to name this broadcast Real Talk. It's in real estate talk where we get together about once a week and I talk about real estate issues. If you ever have something you want to discuss or have a question about anything, you always email me at dbond011@gmail.com. That is dbond011@gmail.com. Or you give me a call, 203-394-8123, 203-394-8123 on Facebook. If you like it, you can share this video. Like I said, I take all questions that you may have. All right, so today is April 19th, 2018. It is Thursday, April 18th, 2018 to be more precise, and hope everybody's doing well. I know I haven't did much in the past 2 weeks or so. That's because I was out of the country for a minute. I'm back though, so, I've been back for a while, but it was hard to get back into things because, there was a lot of residual things I had to take care of. In any case, I'm here. So if I owe you a phone call, email, I will be getting back to you soon, shortly. All right, so today I want to discuss something on Real Talk, something I saw in Kiplinger's magazine. Here's Kiplinger's right here. It is basically a personal finance magazine. It is really excellent. If you're interested in building wealth and gaining wealth, this is certainly the magazine to read. It's wonderful, but enough with that. So anyway, in this particular edition of Kiplinger's is the March 2018 edition, and the title of the article, as you can see here, briefly, is Homeowners Are Richer Than Renters. The reason? You can't help but build savings as you pay down a mortgage. So this was an interview they did, and the person they interviewed, his name is Eli Baraka, B-E-R-A-C-H-A. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name. No disrespect him, of course. And he's an associate professor at Florida International University. A professor of what, I don't know, but that's all they say here. So basically, they pose a series of questions. I'm going to do the talking ones first, right? The first one is, why do homeowners accumulate more wealth than renters? Now, remember, they don't say they're richer. They just say they have overall more accumulation. And this is his response. Homeowners must make a substantial down payment when they buy and a mortgage payment every month. Part of every payment goes to pay loan principal. So that's like having a mandatory savings account. Plus, they purchase an asset that on average they hold for a long period. None of those actions represents the best way to accumulate wealth, but together they are better than doing nothing. Most renters spend the difference between renting and owning a home on other things. So for the average American, it's better to own even with the changes to the tax law. Now, I don't know what the tax laws are. I'm not a tax person by any stretch of the imagination, so I'm going to leave that alone, all right? And then there's another one they have over here. But I want to read this last point to you, this last question here. So, what must renters do to accumulate as much wealth as homeowners? We found that renters could, on average, accumulate more wealth than homeowners if they saved and invested the equivalent of a down payment plus the difference between a monthly mortgage and rent in a diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds. But the reality is they don't. Okay, so here's a couple things over here. Now, if you happen to be a long-time renter, because you may say, I got money. What are you talking about? I got wealth. We're not talking about that. We're saying on average, all right? Because, like they said everything here, I just can't, I'm going to expand on it, but I just can't say any, better, if you will. Now, on the flip side, just because you have a home doesn't necessarily mean you're going to accumulate wealth, all right? Now, a way to retard the growth of you accumulating wealth is this. You buy a house, so you're the man or woman, you buy a house with your family, good. Now, what do you do after that, all right? Do you go out there and decide to lease a couple of cars, some high-end, luxurious cars? Do you, engage in expensive hobbies and things like that? So, if you spend all your time trying to pay down your mortgage, which is what I would do first and foremost, then certainly you're on the right track to accumulate wealth. Now, let me just say this. A house is not an asset necessarily. It can be an asset, but in most cases, for the typical American, a house is a liability. Liability of things that don't make you money. Okay, the liability are things that cost you money. All right, assets are things that make you money. So you're not making money on your home. All right, if you have a rental property or if you're an investor, that's different. Then you definitely have an asset. But for the homeowner, it's a liability. Now, don't get me wrong. It is a necessary liability because, after all, everyone needs shelter, right? And and he would rather you own a home than rent, for those reasons, because of the tax breaks and so forth. But certainly homes are more liabilities, not assets. But in any case, though, the right thing to do is this. If you take out a typical 30-year mortgage, you want to pay that bad boy quick as possible, because with a mortgage, remember, there's basically a couple components to a mortgage. Two basic components, I should say. One is your principal. The principal is the actual money you owe. So let's say you take out a mortgage for $200,000, right? The money you owe is the principal. That's $200,000. However, as you know, you're going to be paying no $200,000. If I may be, incorrect in my grammar, you ain't going to pay $200,000 for a mortgage. You're going to pay probably double that, $400,000. Now that extra $200,000, of course, and these are just numbers from the top of my head, come from interest. All right, that's how the banks lend you money, not because they like you. I mean, some do, but even if they do like you or don't like you, is the fact that they're charging you interest, be it that interest is 6% over 30 years or, on a $200,000 loan, or 8% or 5%, what it may be. They're charging you interest. That's where the banks make their money. So just to reel it back in, it's better for you to pay that down as quick as possible. Then you can have more wealth, all right, because of those things. And typically, homeowners will put away money for those incidentals, right? I'm talking about those incidentals that you're not going to have insurance cover. Like if a tree falls in your house, that's actually an insurance policy issue. If your house is on fire, that's an insurance policy issue. I'm talking about those things it's time to replace the roof. A roof is a huge expense, so you want to have some money in reserve so you can take care of that. The house needs new exterior siding, be it painting or, vinyl siding and whatnot. You want to have some money on the side for that. Something breaks down. You need a new furnace. You need a water heater. Those things, those incidentals, if you will. A lot of homeowners will have money on the side just for those things. So that way, when something does happen, they have the funds and the ability to take care of it and pay for it. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, is imperative. It can be a good thing. Now, on the flip side, you have some renters, particularly if you're in a high-cost area like New York City, it's beneficial to rent, all right? Because I knew a lot of people, they lived in the east side of Manhattan in the 70s, but they were only paying $900 a month, for a two-bedroom apartment. And that's because the cities have no programs to try to have affordable housing. So if you're in a situation like that, I'm not saying give away your apartment, one of the most prime real estate locations in the world. Absolutely not. I say in this case, it may be better to pay rent. All right. If you're going to get like a two-bedroom apartment on the east side of Manhattan, that's good, for like $900, which is unheard of. What you should do, as the professor pointed out in the article, is, save up like you're trying to buy a house, like that 20% down payment. So just to get you on the target, what you do is just for yourself is this. Find the cheapest house. If you live in the borough of Manhattan, for example, right? A lot of renters in Manhattan. Find the cheapest place you can afford in Manhattan. So if it's a two-bedroom condo, whatever it is, find the cheapest one you can find, right? Once you do that, you can calculate, how much is it for 20% of that amount, okay? Once you have that, determine how much your mortgage would be, with title and taxes and all that, nonsense. All right. And then what you do is you deduct, as they say in there, take your current rent you have. If you were paying out a month for a apartment, right? Take that, subtract, all right? That difference that you have, you can invest in something, right? You can invest in real estate for real, for example, because you'd have every month the money's going to something, stocks or something like that, and things, whatever you may do. So these are some things in which you could do, in terms of that. So yeah, so homeowners are richer than renters. Generally speaking, there are of course exceptions to this rule, but as a rule of thumb, that's the way it is for all the reasons why the professor, said so. All right. So I would like to see you to have wealth. All right. I would like to see you generate wealth. I like to see you have assets working for you. which is possible. So I hope you enjoyed the segment of Real Talk today. I'm Damon Bond, licensed real estate broker in the states of Connecticut and New York. If you have any questions, you can always email me at dbond011@gmail.com. That is dbond011@gmail.com. Or you can always give me a call, 203-394-8123, 203-394-8123. Text or call. I will get back to you on it. I will follow through with that with you. All right. So in the meantime, stay safe. Stay warm until spring comes here for real. All right. And, remember, keep thinking real estate. Have a wonderful, pleasant afternoon. Good day.